your trash can cooker offset? What do you cook with?
I like the drums. I'm currently on some Hasty Bake Roughnecks, which I love. But other than that, I love a Gateway. I've cooked on Race Crew. I've cooked on Hunsakers. But as far as a traditional drum, I like a Gateway.
Okay.
When I do my chicken on PK, I'm sticking with it this whole year.
Okay.
I've probably cooked chicken this year on 7 different
Is
cookers.
it me who's freezing, or is everybody freezing?
It must be you, Lee. We're good.
Okay.
You're
But
good. You're not froze
you are
up.
clear.
Yeah, you are clear and you're
Yep.
not froze up. So, okay, so you're cooking your chicken on a PK then. So
Correct.
Okay. So
Like I said, I played around with a lot of different cookers. And talking with some of the guys in the BCA, you got to settle in. You got to, mainly Jason White. Hey, you got to settle in with these smokers and just cook like you cook your recipes. So that's what we're gonna do. And 2 chickens on PK grills, 2 fourth place chickens. Last weekend we did we fourth place out of 100 teams. So.
Wow.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you've noticed that transition on a grill as well as a drum or whatever for chicken, because a couple of years ago, chicken was just kicking ass on a drum, and now it's swapped over to more of a grill style.
Right. And I'm not saying it's really the PK versus the drum, but for me, it's a little more consistent. I use the same amount of charcoal, wait times, grill, flipping my chicken. It's a little more consistent. So I'm not saying it's really a PK versus a drum, but for me, and it's a small footprint. So I'm in a van.
Right.
So it's a lot easier to put that PK versus a third drum.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. That's interesting. That really is. So, and you're cooking on a PK grill using grill grates?
Using grill grates with, a drum, it can be done. But man, it's a lot of work,
It's not. It ain't a lot of work. I do it every weekend.
Yeah, just follow. Take the class. Aaron will show you how to burn.
Just take class. I got one drum out there
I've seen that drum in person. I've seen that drum in person. And it looks exactly like it does.
Yeah, run those grill grates at 650 degrees. There ain't no problem.
That's right, man. He may not have no paint, no powder coat, no primer on that drum, but by gosh, he can do it. So, oh gosh, Bobby Stewart, what model PK are you rolling with?
It's not the original. It's the but it's it's the.
Is it the small PK Go?
No, it's not the PK Go. It's the newer original. I'm not quite sure what you want to call it. It's the black.
The black one. Okay.
Yeah, the black one.
Come on.
360. They got a 360. That's one of the newer ones.
Yeah, not a 360. So it's the footprint. It looks exactly like the original.
Okay.
Except the vents are a little different. That's really the only thing I can tell. The vents are a little different, and it's black.
Do you run lump, B&B, roll oak? What are you running that thing?
Well, I've switched to B&B. Like I said, I'm trying to just stay. Before last time I was on, whatever is on sale is what I'm getting.
Right.
But I've settled into B&B. I run charcoal and everything.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want my drums or my roughnecks to get out of control. Right. And I feel with charcoal, it's a little more
consistent,
lower temps, and to me, it's easier to control.
Okay.
Yep. So you're going the orange bag.
That's right. I love the orange bag. Oak and hickory mix.
Okay.
There is an orange bag with just oak, I think. And then there's at Walmart is where I find mine. And I bought like 20 bags.
Nice.
It was on sale.
Okay.
But I'm sticking with B&B.
Yeah. Okay.
Smart choice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay consistent with everything I do, from the process to, my rubs, my sauces, my charcoal, my grills. This year we played around so much. We could have won a grand championship somewhere, and I couldn't have told you what recipe I ran.
I got you.
That's how much I was changing it up
Right. Keeping good notes at this point, moving
Right.
forward.
So now we have the packages, and we make notes. Injection package 1, rub 2,
right,
wrap 3, or not 3, but 1.
right.
So you and then we'll just tweak from there.
Okay.
When do you go grocery shopping for a Friday get to a cook-off?
It's an all-week process.
Okay.
I work from home. I work in front of a computer. It's very dangerous. I order. I start ordering on Monday.
Yeah, click.
Cha-ching, cha-ching,
That's
cha-ching.
funny.
That's all that phone
That's
is.
it. Do y'all have a recommendation for grill grates? Grill grate. That's my recommendation. Yeah, I think it's about the only one that's out there, Slade. But Grill Grate makes awesome grill grates. So
yeah, they make one just for the PK.
Yeah,
that's what I use. It takes up the full grill grate.
Yeah, Bobby put on their new age PK. So that's the newer one. It's the more slicker looking one. And I think it's kind of like a black powder coat or something. It's a sharp looking grill. So
Josh, are you looking for the Imperials? You're looking for the golds, the blacks, Heartlands, anything in particular?
Well, it's tough. When you don't have sponsors, you cook in 30 contests. It gets very expensive. So we do play around with brisket types. I don't want to pigeonhole myself so much, unless I get some kind of sponsor or discount.
Right.
I go for Imperials for Mr. Brisket. I love them. I've done blacks and golds. We've done a couple 8-9s, which it's hard to do those unless you pick them up there.
Right.
So
you've kind of done a lot.
But Snake River Farms, they kind of stand behind they stand behind their product more than any other company that I've dealt with.
Right.
Yeah.
So I really like that about them.
Yeah.
And then you could get good discounts. Their shippings, you could get free shipping. So I try and look for those discounts, and I'll buy 5 at a time.
There you go. There you go. Aaron's got a pretty good brisket out there. I've never cooked one, but I've tasted them, and they're good.
I would love to get one from Midland Meat.
They're good. The only thing you're going to come across is like Snake. They're those guys are killing 400 to 600 head a day. And it's part of a ranching community, right? So they have like a co-op. Does that make sense, right? So you get your blacks and your golds, and those guys have. They're probably hitting 400 to 600 head a day just sending this meat out. And Ella can probably tell you what the actual number is, and where John is hand, he's raising his by hand, right? So it's him and his cowboys and his ranch and his efforts, and so you're going to have 20 or 30 head come in a week versus 300 or 400 a day. So you're going to have a whole lot more bigger briskets to pick from if that's where you're going at, and if you're looking for a certain type, certain weight, that's always going to be your best bet. But John is the only man in the United States that I know of that if you win a first place brisket, you get a free brisket.
Wow.
So, I mean,
wow. I didn't know that.
First place brisket, I'm just saying he's the only one that does that. Never met a man and never seen an advertisement. You can get discounts all day long, but if you're on a biscuit run and you're using them, you buy his brisket. They know you bought his brisket. They have track of who's running their stuff because they ship it, right? Or they ship it or send it or get it bought, but you cook a Midland Meat Company brisket, you hit first place with it, and you can prove it, and they have your names and stuff like that. They'll give you a free brisket.
That's pretty good, Josh. You had 3 of them this year. I've been 3 free briskets, so
I got more than 3, boss.
Oh, did you? Dang.
5.
Okay, 5. How many do you have? 5 first.
Probably I haven't counted, but 4 states, and I'm sure we had more. More than 1 in each state.
Okay,
I think John.
And I have nothing against a prime. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing against a prime. They just opened up a Costco in Covington. So before that, I just went to Sam's. But I like that because you get to pick, unlike ordering online.
Right.
You get what you get.
Yeah.
When you go there, you could aggravate the meat manager, bring out all the briskets.
Right.
And kind of hand pick what you like.
Right.
Yep.